All right, my brothers and sisters, this is the Reverend Point Blank in the Reverend Point Blank's lair, talking to Christian bias, and we call him Deacon Make a Move. And basically, we want to talk about what does that mean, Deacon Make a Move, and how does that make a move reflect to who you are and what you want.
So, Deacon Make a Move basically is a person who doesn't just do one thing, he does multiple things. And how that ties into his life is when he sees a problem, he automatically tries to look for a solution. So instead of thinking about the problem, he's always thinking about solutions for things. So he's always making moves on things. So that's why he can make a move. But he's a servant to the truth. And dealing with Chuch, not church, but Chuch, he's basically the truth's knight. So, in his way of going about life is trying to make ways for other people and not just himself, and showing, creating businesses and other things to show why we can work together and help each other and change the future than this catch up that we have going on. When we become successful, and then we want to get away from what got us, what brings us those miserable memories, those sad memories, the struggle. We want to run away from that, but yet we're leaving our brothers, our sisters behind.
Well, let me ask you, how have you been able to make moves in the midst of all this chaos and destruction and gun violence and murder and all these things? Tell me about that.
Well,
you live in the hood.
Right. By me seeing that, by me realizing that people are running away instead of trying to aid the problem, aid in changing the problem, not aid in making it worse. But I just decided that I'm gonna take a step forward as well. I'm gonna do something different. I want to become successful, but I don't want to run away. I want to help change for the people that I grew up with, for the people that I grew up with, their kids can have something than just the agonistic trend that we have going around in our community. I want to help build a beacon of hope.
Well, now I have to ask this question because I imagine that people watching and they're wondering, how old is this guy? And I'm not trying to put your age out there, but I think it's important because of your age that people realize that it's not your age, it's your mentality. So you mind telling us how old you are?
I'm 20 years old, and no, it definitely does not matter about the age, because I've actually been through a lot myself, and it's literally my experiences that have shaped me to the person that I am now, and that has helped me locate the truth. I've been done wrong. I've done wrong. I've learned from my mistakes. I've been a part of someone else's mistakes. I've seen all different types of ways of life. And of course, I haven't seen it all. But also, it's got me to the desire I want to see it all. As in, I want to see all of the truth of our society, of our world. So,
okay, having all of this desire and ability, you can do it. How do you plan to put it together for Deacon Make a Move? Is there a structure that how do you plan about going about bringing all this unification and this thing that you're talking about? You have a company. What's the name of your company?
Why We Are One.
Okay, get Why We Are One. That's Deacon Make a Move. How are you going to make it? How are you going to make it one?
So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm going to go through, I haven't started it yet, but I will be going to nonprofits and showing virtually what they're doing through the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. We're going through. I'm gonna show the things that they're doing for the communities, the positive things. Because I feel as if right now media is showing such a negative outlook on things. I want to give the positivity on what's going on every day. So that's my fight right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm building my platform right now through virtualization.
So it appears that you're using KMTV to help you through social media and every other avenue to get this information out. And that's why you're dealing with them. I think they're a great company in allowing you to use the equipment and film what you want and just tell the truth about things. And it starts to create a very valuable platform. So this platform that you're entering into, how do you plan to foundationally set it up?
Well, I believe in nonprofits, so naturally it's going to be a nonprofit, and that's how I'm going to set it up. Everyone will be a nonprofit, but it will be a nonprofit to help nonprofits. It will be a nonprofit to help my community. They don't get enough recognition, and I feel like how I can find myself, how I can make myself valuable is one, I want to start showing the world what it is that we actually have to help us. What's staring in our face that we have to actually help us. Nonprofits are actually positive. And if we can just influence that a little bit more, then maybe we can start making some actual changes.
We talked a little earlier. Is this one of the avenues to help you to find your reason for being on the planet, your purpose, if you will?
Certainly. And I'm going to tell you why.
And why is that important to find your purpose?
Well, first off, it's important to find your purpose because, first off, what are you living for? What are you waking up to do every day? You have 24 hours in a day. What is it that you're doing? And we're living through right now we're living through a time of civil unrest. We're seeing the real shit. What's really happening to us, what's really happening, what's going on in our government, all the messed up things that with our politics. We literally see the problem. 2020 vision. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like, what the fuck? If you aren't doing anything now, you're very conscious of it right now. So right now, this is a time for everyone to choose.
Make a choice.
Right, make a choice. Yeah. And it's important to have a purpose because the reason why we have, to tell you the truth, even a villain has a purpose. Yeah. The reason why our society is fucked up because we've allowed most of the bad motherfuckers that want to fuck us up finish their purpose.
Right.
They're able to find their purpose and live their purpose 100%. But we want the people who want change are asking them for change.
Well, I think you understand that when they do those things, they plant a seed, and they're going to reap the benefits of that. You plant an apple seed, you get apples. So when they do the thievery and they do the trickery and they do the deception, it's going to come back. They may be enjoying it at that moment, but it's going to grow up into an entire tree. And this is what the thing I think that is important to realize, that every word and every deed is a seed. Every time you go somewhere and do something, every time you talk to an individual, their heart is the ground, their mind is the weather. So what is it you want from this person? We've talked about that, and one of the things I found that this young man not only listens to it, not that it's right or wrong, even though we know it's right because it's founded on nature, he lives by it. And from the time I've known you, you've put together extraordinary feats of things, particularly at a man your age. So I'm proud of you to be able to do that. And so now you're going to start putting your shows and putting the information about the nonprofits where people can get help. They can get, like there's the WYMCA.
Yes, the YWCA.
YWCA, yeah.
Yes, what they do, they fight to empower women and eliminate racism. I feel like right now, most of our structure is definitely, without a doubt, built upon racism. That guarantees you for a job or not in some cases. It shows you're put on a database basically by the color of your skin how your life is going to play out, and the chances of having a good life is extremely lower than someone lighter than you. And that's just horrible. I understand why I understand why kids don't get it at first, because it's like, what, when you're born naturally. You have everything natural. You feel me? The reason why there's fucked up people and then there's good people and all that, everyone starts off pure. There is no such thing as you're born evil. You start off pure. You start off pure. Yeah, right. You make a choice, but also you make choices based on your environment. To be honest, people don't become evil because they want to. Because of the environment that they grew up in has guided them to the choices that they have made.
As the systemic racism has gone over 400 years of slavery.
Yes.
So, okay, so we don't want to take much time because I know you got a lot of things to do. You got a lot of stuff coming up. You're working on another show. You're working with us on a TV show. So I'm excited about it. And you got some other young people. And see, to be able to have you talking to the young people, I got you about several decades, and the key of that is for me to be able to share it with you. And I have to take my hat off to you. You've done a great job. And Why We Are One is in the house. How can we contact you before we go? They want to know about this.
So you can go to my website at whyweare1.com, or you can go to my email at deaconmakeamove@gmail.com.
Also, you can watch it on CAN TV because we slinging it up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Reverend Point Blank. Christian Byers, a.k.a. Deacon Make a Move. We'll holler at you later. Peace.